So this is going to be an investigation of a famous landscape painter. And I'm going to take you through how to do this. This is on page 10 and 11 of your journal, a double page spread. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you 4 different landscape painters. And in this assignment, you get to pick one from this list to complete an investigation on the double page spread. Okay, so you're going to look through, and I'm going to talk about these artists, and then you're going to pick one after I'm done talking about them. So the first one is actually a group of artists, and they are called the Highwaymen of Florida. And they were a group of artists that kind of banded together to paint in all the same kind of style. They all had a little bit different style, but paint images of Florida. And then they sold them to like hospitality places, at least in my understanding. I am going to choose them because I don't know much about them, but their landscapes are very Florida. You know, there's lots of water, palm trees, birds, that kind of thing. Beautiful, beautiful scenes. Makes me want to go to Florida or to the beaches of Florida, okay? So that's your first choice. Or you could choose Edward Hopper. Edward Hopper is an American painter who is known for, he has some very, very famous paintings, and he is known for painting quiet stillness. His paintings have kind of an empty feeling, a calmness, not sadness necessarily, a stillness to them. So when people look at them, those are the things that they sometimes feel. And so you can see his landscapes are very different than the first ones I showed you. So if you like Edward Hopper, you could choose him. The next choice you have is Giorgio O'Keefe, and she was a painter that started her career in New York City, and then eventually she married a famous photographer, and she moved to New Mexico and painted the southwestern desert. And she's very, very famous. And she has lots of landscapes. This is typically her style here on the left, but I also found this landscape of hers on the right. So you could choose Giorgio O'Keefe. The last choice you have is Claude Monet, and he was a French Impressionist painter. And what Impressionist means is that they are giving the impression of the scene. They are not painting photorealistic. So you'll see in Impressionist paintings lots of brush strokes, and you do get some feelings from them. So if you were to stand in a room with this painting on the bottom here, you might actually feel a little cold. And the picture on the top, you might feel like you're in the spring, or there are thoughts of growth and being outside in nature. You might even smell nature, which is kind of weird, but you get that feeling that you're outside. So those are your 4 painters that you get to choose from. I'll go back through: Monet, O'Keefe, Edward Hopper, or the Highwaymen. And you can choose any of those. The trick is you're going to find one of their artworks that is a landscape. So all of these probably painted other things besides landscapes, but our investigation is going to be on landscapes. Okay, so me personally, I am going to pick the Highwaymen because that's the one I know the least about. And these are the steps, and these are also in Canvas. So I'm going to walk you through those steps right now. On page 10 and 11, this is a double page spread. The first step is to draw a 5-inch by 3-inch box somewhere on this double page spread. And I want to just show you a couple of classes that I've done this. So in this book, I put it down at the bottom, my 5-inch by 3-inch box. This one, I put it up at the top, and this one, I put it right in the middle. So I'm just showing you this so that you know you can put your box any place on this double page spread. So I'm going to use a ruler, and draw my box. So I think I will put it over here. So I'm going to first draw a line that is 5 inches long. And then I'm going to go up 3 inches. And this is not, I wouldn't consider this like, you don't have to be precise, okay? So like if I kind of accidentally go over a line somewhere or get the measurement off a little bit, that's okay. Or if the lines aren't perfectly straight. Like I said, this is kind of like a little mini report, like almost like you maybe would do a book report in elementary school. So once I'm just going to go over this as an overview and less of something that we're all going to do step by step together. So that is step 1. Okay. Step 2 is somewhere on the double page spread, you're going to put the artist's name in big, bold letters. So like I said, I'm choosing the Highwaymen. So this one I put right above the box. This one I put completely on the other side. And this one I put kind of right in the middle. So whichever artist you choose, maybe this one I'll put it over here. You want to make their name pretty big. And you can make these in bubble letters. You can make this really artistic. I'm just right now putting this in as an example. Pretty quickly, but I will make this look a lot nicer afterwards, okay? So that's step 1 and step 2. Step 3 is you want to look at the landscapes. You want to Google their name and see what landscapes they have. So you want to pick a landscape. It has to be a landscape. So like Giorgio O'Keefe has other things. Don't pick those. Pick a landscape. And what you're going to do is you're going to recreate that painting, one of their paintings, in this box. And what I mean by recreate is you're going to draw it. Okay? And you can use either your markers from the kit. You can use your colored pencils from the kit, which is what I'm going to use. Or if you had any art supplies of your own that you wanted to use, but nothing else from the kit. Like I don't want you to use the paint from the kit because we're going to use that for something else. Okay, so your colored pencils or your markers, you're just going to copy that to the best of your ability, one of their landscapes. Okay? The next step is you're going to write a reaction, your judgment of the artist's landscape, not of your recreation, but your judgment. And you could say something like, I chose this landscape to recreate because, or you could say, I really like this landscape because. So just 2 sentences, and you want to write that in somewhere near the recreation, maybe under here, over here, over here, somewhere near that. Okay? So you're going to write your reaction or judgment of the artist's landscape and why you chose the landscape, 2 full sentences. And then the last step is you're going to collect 10 facts about your artist. That would be, again, you can, when I say Google it, you don't have to use Google, but collect 10 facts about the artist from the internet. And write them all around here. You could write a list or you could put them all around however you see to fill up the page. Okay? And that is your landscape investigation. So this is due next Friday, and on Tuesday I'm going to have a small group for anybody that is wants to join during small group time. To kind of help you with this assignment. So if you start it over the weekend and get a little stuck, on Tuesday I will have a small group that you can come to, and I will be emailing that out to you later today, all the information on that. So that will be another place that you can get help. But this is homework, and it's due in a week.